Hi there, this is Professor Eckhouse, and I am going to talk very briefly about subtracting whole numbers. There's just a few key things I'm going to cover because subtraction is something you've been doing for many years, but there's some notation and things that I often see people mess up, so I'm going to cover those. Everything in green you can learn from the book. There's lots of videos using base 10 blocks to model subtraction and other topics here in green. So I'm just going to cover the things in black. So just wanted to talk real quick about checking the solution of subtraction. So if you've got 7 minus 3 equals 4, it is because 4 plus 3 equals 7. So you can always check larger subtraction problems, especially if you did them in your head, by just quickly adding the answer to what you subtracted to make sure you get that original number. So 13 minus 8 equals 5 because 5 plus 8 equals 13. Okay, so and so on. All right, so homework questions are going to look very much like this try-it problem right here. So I'm going to say this a lot this semester, but I really recommend you do these try-it problems before you do the homework. It will just give you more experience with the problems. So what they're asking you to do here is subtract 9 minus 3 is 6. So you would put 6 in that box on the homework. And then they're asking you to check your answer. So I just want to make sure you understand what they're asking for. They're just asking you to put 6 in here, and that equals 9. Okay, so that's the check. Okay, and if you're confused by this in the homework, you can click the show answer for each of the 3 blocks and just see what they're looking for. And then you can try another version right here. Okay. All right, so translating words, word phrases to math notation. The thing I see people make the biggest mistakes with subtraction from word problems is they switch the 2 numbers, which of course will give you the wrong answer. So here are the words you will see that signify subtraction. If you see the word minus, less than, the difference of, decreased by, take away, subtracted from, and reduced by, you have to pay attention to these because they're not all in the same order. So sometimes they're talking about the original number and sometimes they're talking about what you're subtracting from it. So you have to pay very close attention to the words. So an example is a washing machine is on sale for $399. Its regular price is $588. What is the difference between the regular and the sale? So the regular price, and I also recommend circling if you can write, especially if you're using the template. If you're using OneNote, you can do a screenshot of Lumen and put it into OneNote and write on the problem. So that's always really helpful. So these are the 2 numbers we're talking about. We're just looking for the difference between the 2. So 588 minus 399. Instead of doing a whole bunch of carrying, I'm going to show you lots of tricks for doing things in your head. I'm going to subtract 400 and then say, okay, I was subtracting 1 less than 400 at the end and add 1 back. Okay, because it's just so much easier. Instead of doing a bunch of borrowing, I see right away that this is 188, but I didn't subtract 400. I actually subtracted 1 less than that. So this is going to be 189. So that's a trick for doing it in your head. So the difference between the regular price and the sale price is $189. If you want to check that, you can add 189 plus 399, and I'm going to have to carry here, and I get 588, which was the original price. So that's how you check your answer. There are many practice problems and videos in the ebook for this section. I highly recommend going and looking at those if you struggle with subtraction in word problems.